Try against Newcastle Red Bulls on his debut, went to Ampthill on loan, grabbed a pair there as well. He makes a splash wherever he goes. Will he make a splash for England A today? And Max Ajomo in front of his home crowd. He's achieved so much already, made his full England debut and won the Premiership here. Your match officials today, Jeremy Rosier. There he is out there in the middle. He's assisted by Hamish Grant and Callum Howard. We're live at the Rec. It's England A, all in white. It is the All Blacks 15 receiving the kickoff. A perfect curtain raiser for another great weekend of rugby. Wherever you're watching around the world, delighted to have your company. Kyle Preston, another brilliant rugby story who's come from working on a building site to now playing for the All Blacks in the Rugby Championship, now the All Blacks 15. And it was a great box kick, a great take from Josh Hodge, and an early penalty for England.
Yeah, I think Jay Fiaki will be a bit frustrated there because he had his timing right. He just accelerated. Josh has got a great ability to jump in the air and hang. He just had to wait there, but a good exit from New Zealand A there, but they just need to not give her the dull pennies because this is how England want to get into the game. A bunch of youngsters who want to do simple things well. You give them a cheap penalty inside the 22.
Yeah, it was Josh Hodge going up here. It's almost felt inevitable that he'd get a full England cap. He was an apprentice as a young player, but yet to make his full debut, but went really well against Portugal. So England into the 22 for the first time. Tom Pearson, he's become a regular fixture for this England A team. Oh, half a gap there it looked like, but not held. And Ethan Roots playing against some former teammates today. That's a nice ball. Looked as though it was going into space, but the pass didn't stick. Ollie Hassel-Collins looked as though he was strolling over, but we'll have a look at the set scrum instead.
Yeah, but you can see England here are trying to create numbers, put doubt in the outside defenders to create that face ball opportunity. And in theory there, Ollie Hassel-Collins there got to catch it under pressure, and he's walking in pretty much into that far corner because really good there by Charlie Atkinson to fix it. It's good play. You can see what they're trying to do there.
Well, Leicester Tigers fans have been crying out for Ollie Hassel-Collins to get a go for England. Adam Radwan as well. He's wearing 23 today. Both players have been in excellent form for the East Midlands club. In fact, Radwan, 15 tries in 17 games since he joined Leicester Tigers. They're Matt Banahan numbers, they are.
No, he's way better than me, but I really think he's one of those ones that moved away from Newcastle and has really kicked on hard and early, and he's definitely deserved a shout in one of the England shirts. It was good to see him having good performances for Leicester and definitely getting over the whitewash.
David Harvili, speaking of getting over, he's got over the game line for the first time today. He was superb against a very, very physical All Blacks team last week. And when they were really under the pump against a team, a Barbarians team, should I say, full of South African physicality, he was the one who took the rest of the team with him. There he is, 30 caps, plenty of championship medals with Crusaders as well. A lot of the players in the All Blacks 15 today in that Crusaders team who've had so much success. Nine of the 23, 7 in the starting lineup, 2 on the bench. So England with the put-in at the scrum. Archie McParland, second A cap for him. All Blacks 15 putting some pressure on at the scrum, and Papali'i doing well just to close that passing channel and make McParland go on his own. Up the short side. Another knock on. Manuel Iogan in at scrum half there.
It was just interesting off that scrum there that pretty much New Zealand were defending with everybody in the front line, give a big space behind, and it was unfortunate that England couldn't get that ball out because there's a lot of kick space. It's obviously they know they want to have a run threat and they want to take away that space as quick as they can, but there's definitely a kick threat behind that line. But it gives another opportunity here for David Havili to get back into this game.
So we talk about the All Blacks 15 and their full All Black experience, and it's Jamie Blamire with a knock on there. He's got 7 full caps, 6 tries in those 7 full caps as well. But it's been a while. The last cap coming in the summer of 2023. So getting a chance at redemption here with the A-team trying to force his way back in.
Ball is out.
Good carry by Enel. I think those two centres are going to go through a lot of work today. Charge down kick. Forces All Blacks back. Good tackle on Havili. Released the ball to try and buy himself a couple of metres, but it's taken back into the 22, so this can't go out on the full. I think All Blacks 15 will probably try and make their way a little closer to the touchline before Kyle Preston decides to put boot to ball. Not the greatest of strikes.
Well, he's a right footer.
So he's just showing off. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the skill now that most nines want to do. It's because a lot of time if you set up on one side, the kick pressure comes through the breakdown. So a lot of nines now practicing both feet. So both sides, there's going to be one competition and one non-competition side.
Lamai goes to the back, but it's been poached. It's a good read. Looking for that double top dart, but All Blacks 15 just getting the edge in both the scrum and the line-out set piece in these opening 5 minutes.
Now ball is stuck there. Use it now.
He goes off his right foot now.
Yeah, that's a bit better, isn't it? Atkinson underneath it. Oh, does very well under pressure from Papali'i. Of course, he's in at 10 today, but used to playing fullback. It's not quite clicking here for the England A team. And a first touch for Noah Kalori. I think he'd have preferred that in a bit of space. Pearson thought about the pass, but ran into big Xavier Numia. He's touring with All Blacks 15 for the 3rd time. The loose head prop.
Use it. No. If he take it with a hand like this, it's okay.
Hassel Collins gets up but can't make it stick. It's a great contest though. And with two big, tall, physical wingers, I think we might see a lot of that today.
Well, yeah, I think he was going against Fiacchi there at 15. Just shows the importance of jumping up with that balanced knee, what protection it does for you, because Che didn't get up quick enough and he got hit the knee into his chest, which obviously got Hassel Collins won that aerial battle.
Yeah, Shea Fahiki, his first appearance of the tour, toured with the All Blacks 15 last season. Came off the bench against Georgia, so big nod of confidence in him today to get that starting 15 jersey. 7 minutes gone, and we've not spent a lot of time looking left yet, have we?
No, not yet. I just looking at how quickly New Zealand were here yesterday doing a captain's run on the pitch for an hour and a half to maybe a little bit over, just running through drills over and over, so they know what they're going through the play. And we're saying that England A have had 2 sessions this week, so they're a little bit scrappy at set piece, getting in the set, but the play will move up the pitch, I'm sure, at some point.
No, he does it here, he does it.
It's Greg Fisselau with the carry there. 2 Exeter Chiefs in the back row with him and Roots. And England A managing to win that ball back. Hassel Collins getting up nice and high. And England on the ball again. All Blacks not really had much of a touch in anger to exit their own 22. That was Batley with the headband on. Nice quick ball, Kaluri. Little step inside. Scrag tackle by Carl Preston. Atkinson helps it on its way. Nice little tip again to find Joe Batley, but a knock on gives the ball to All Blacks 15. Christian Leo Willie, the quickest to react. Just not sticking for the men in white.
Yeah, but I like it. Tofty would have said to them before, be brave, go express yourself. If the space is on, the offloads are on, they're just not going to hand. I think that's what this England Day is about, expression, showing yourself. You don't want to fall into a system and play a negative style of rugby, but you see Charlie Atkinson here hit that pass there, little tip on, which is on, and then this offload, normal day that could go to hand, and it's a good line bend. So we can't be negative about them trying to play, because we want them to go out there and express themselves.
And also to have the opportunity to play this kind of rugby in England in November. You'll have played enough November games over the years that are nothing like this conditions-wise.
Yeah, the conditions, like we said pre-game, are perfect for running rugby, and what Bath have done here to the pitch, making it a Deso pitch, is not the November bog pitch that it normally has been over the years. So credit to the staff, the ground staff at the Rector, sort of produce a pitch like this for such a great game on a Saturday.
All Blacks 15 win the penalty at scrum time.
Pull him in first.
You cannot sign an outside half like Finn Russell and not give him a pitch like this to play on, really, can you?
No, definitely not. That's why they kept it so wet and boggy when I was here, because it slowed everybody else down.
So the touch finder, the set piece working for All Blacks 15. It's going to be a very different task for them today. It was damage limitation against the Barbarians. Today, a lot more experience in the front row against a young England type 5. And the forwards have earned them the right to attack the 22.
Access is good.
Coming away quickly through McAllister into the starting lineup today. Short pass and looked like half a gap for Rees. England offside. Penalty advantage for All Blacks. They're in the 22 for the first time. Preston looks to the right. Flanders gets his head down, knocks it on.
It's a smart play that by All Blacks. They knew that hitting out there, Sevu Rees comes tight behind the breakdown, knowing he's going to pick and go. Where's the tackler got to get up? He's just got to get straight up, and Sevu Rees just picks straight into him, which automatically gives them a penalty.
And a kick to the corner. 15 metres closer than last time. All Blacks 15, closing in on the opening score. Just about see those flags flickering behind the goal line, but hardly any breeze out there. Beautiful sunshine, little chill in the air, and Brodie McAllister thinking about the first try of the day. Job number 1 done. He's fine. His line-out jumper. But England resisting for now, so Preston has to break away. Brilliant line. Kalori and Atkinson making that tackle. All Blacks round the corner. TK Howden, little tip on Papali'i. Josh Jacob, he's going to be out of the next phase. Jamie Hanna thinks about it. Good tackle by Pearson. Northampton Saints open side. Back in the white of England. Coming up to 12 minutes, still no score. And Iogun's offside, so another advantage. That's 3 penalties now for All Blacks as they look to put some width on it. Vihaki finds the pass. And it's another score for Tangitau. Cannot stop scoring for All Blacks 15. 2 last week, 1 this week. And the All Blacks lead.
Just the pressure straight from that scrum in the middle of the midfield. Work their way up. Some really smart plays. Just that pick and go tightens up England. They got free play with penalty advantage. And the footwork here by Brandon Enner. You see the missed pass goes out to him. Just that kick out. Squares on the inside. Gives Feaki the half a gap on the outside to pick him off on the wing. And good finish on the winger there.
Yeah, Caleb Tangitau is continuing his New Zealand under-20s try-scoring form to the All Blacks 15. It was his try just before half-time. All good. That got them back into the game against the Barbarians. A little bit of controversy as to whether or not he grounded it, but no controversy about that at all. Jacob
anyway. You have the shot clock
misses with that one. He kicked 4 out of 5 last week, but a tough conversion. It's a first venture into the 22, leading to a first try. And I think 3 penalties in that period of play against England as well. That'll be a worry.
Yeah, just how dangerous, how clinical they are here. Just drafting simple inside shoulders, lifting it to the next person, giving them space. Now with Popotes, great contest in the air by Kaluri.
Well, that's what he's there for. Pearson finds the offload and Iogun finds the floor. McAllister trying to jackal that ball. But England A win it back immediately and looking for a response. Ajomo, could just be in behind here, England. That was Kalori popping up off his wing, looking for work. Fisilau. Bit more energy about this from England. Ajomo in at first receiver. Beautiful ball. All of the front rowers are there.
Had to go, had to go.
Oh, it was a 2-3-1. Blamaya had it, but Sogbon was there. Iogun was there. He had his choice of his front row friends, but it's another knock on, and All Blacks are off the hook.
Yeah, good win in the air off the kickoff from Kalori. You see it here, gets up, taps it back, but his next involvement is the important one. He gets straight after winning this ball and makes the extra number around the corner, which gets them go forward, quick ball. And then the forwards coming around the corner. Everybody looks, little shoulder ball, just give it, two outside you. Oh, that was their moment. The props, that was their moment. That was their 50-metre run-in from 6 metres.
Well, good response, and of all of the things people are getting excited about with Noah Kalori, his aerial threat is one of them. Now, to be able to jump and put pressure on a second rower who's being lifted, that's a tremendous asset.
Yeah, and it's a skill because you can't jump into the pod. So, because you can be classed as reckless taking somebody out in the air. So you have to time it correctly to try and get the launch of the ball to get in front. So his ability to get in the air quickly in front of the pod and be able to get in the way as of the eye line is a skill in itself. And even if you miss the ball, you're in somebody's eye line, they could drop it, they could spill it, they could fumble the ball, and you get the ball in a better part of the patch. So his ability to get in the air is the skill in itself.
Look at this crowd. It is packed to the rafters here at the Rec. Big scrum here. All Blacks 15 picked up a penalty last time.
Ball out.
And a tidy exit. Very, very composed.
You know you're going to pass at the side of it, Enor and Rees. It's going to be calm, collective. They know what they've done. They've done it on the international stage. Just work your way from your line.
It's another stolen line out. Here goes Jacob, trying to weave his way through.
Ball is there.
Not a lot of joy for him. Does put All Blacks 15 in another great position to exit.
Tackler is there. Use it. Yes, Black is holding the player.
They look incredibly composed in this part of the pitch, don't they, this All Blacks team? Kalori takes that high. I mean, he gets whacked for his troubles. It's a brilliant tackle. Ajomo was put under a lot of pressure there, but now tang it out, misses the tackle, and Hassel-Collins surges into the All Blacks half. Ollie Hassel-Collins, lovely bit of footwork. McParlin gets there. Atkinson, flat ball, great line. Oh, Joe Batley. Joe the Giraffe striding through. And a penalty advantage here for England A. Kalori with the clear out. Atkinson helps it on again to...
Touching the line.
Well, Jogan got the offload off Pearson, and Pearson's offloaded really well.
No advantage.
But England going backwards, so it's penalty time. These little delayed passes from Atkinson to the big men running onto it, they're starting to get a bit of joy.
Yeah, it was. I think Sevu Rees will be disappointed there. He made such a good tackle there on making the line break, getting up to his feet, but then he just played the 9. It's a coach killer. But you just stopped the line break and slowed it down, and then the offloading, it's always 1, 2, and it's contagious. You can chuck 3 offloads and feel good, and maybe the 4th one's not on, and that's one you got to hold. But I'm enjoying the way they're playing, the way they're expressing themselves. They probably just feel like they've got to get down this part of the pitch.
In terms of the take that we saw then, I mean, we're at risk of talking about Noah Kalori a lot when we just had that great break. But players taking the ball above their head, back when you were playing, was that a skill that was coached and encouraged, or is that something that's really come in recently?
To be honest, it depends on the ability of yourself as a player. Toby Booth at London Irish, when I was there as an academy player, taught me all the way to catch the ball above my head. Because it was a skill, I was already being tall, I'm adding the length to my catch. So Noah Kalori is obviously tall, so you're adding length to his catch, so it's even harder for other teams to compete against him. So it opens up his ability to catch it better than everybody else.
It's another visit to the 22 for England that hasn't brought any points yet. We're talking about the composure that All Blacks 15 have had in both 22s. England perhaps not quite there in terms of that composure in the red zone.
Yeah, but I think that's the same time when we talked about the time that they've been together and the gellingness of the ability of a group. Obviously, the New Zealand boys have been together for a lot longer. They've played a game together, whereas they're getting into this zone, the England A teams. They just need to make sure that they know what everybody else is doing, and with time, if it's in this game or the passage of games, they will have the ability to feel more comfortable in this area.
Better line out. Up goes Batley, and now it's more time. The Bath crowd find their voice. Blamire, I don't think he is going to trailer this one in, so McParland takes over. Now it's time for the back. So Ajomo's dropped it. Sever's gone forward.
Severus, you see the pass there from 9 to Ojo so wide to try and put the defence under stress, but Severus had realised that, and he came off the line with unbelievable speed because it forces the skill early. The force of the skill, the first skill is the pass. So you see how wide this pass is from 9 to Ajomo, so how many defenders it cuts out. And you see Severus sprinting off to try and get to Ojo as quickly as he can. So he dictates when the ball's passed. Because if he doesn't rush off the line, Ojo then controls the pace and he can pass when he wants. So the decision of where we're talking about why people have played top-level rugby, Severus has recognised that, and he wanted to put that person under as much pressure as you could.
That width of the pass, it's something that Bristol Bears do really well, isn't it? When Harry Randall can just, if you can get that ball quickly, it does give you the option, but that first pass has got to be absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it's got to be absolutely perfect, and the skill of just catch pass, where we talk about youngsters nowadays, that's the main fundamental of the game, is catch pass. And if defences try and get a little bit wider, people like Harry Randall and good sniping 9s, they'll look to arc and get into those spaces as well, so it's a double attack threat.
And another clinical exit. That kick from under the post, you can't always get the distance you want, but I think they'll take, what, 32 metres there, all day, every day.
It's a smart play because he knows that there's nobody going to be in the backfield here catching it, and there's no pressure coming from that way off the scrum, because if he's set up to kick to his right, the outside pressure of the back line would be coming up ahead of him.
Gone for the back again, and the England line-out starting to settle in. Another nice tip. 2 Exeter back rows linking up. Now Atkinson tries to find some space, helped on its way and bounces up for Hall. Oh, another knock on. Angus Hall is out there on the edge. He's wearing 13 today, has played on the wing. In fact, started the Under-20 World Championship final on the right wing.
Time off.
And on another day, that's in the breadbasket for the young man.
Yeah, just an 11 play, well organised. Hit up once in the midfield with a couple of dummy runners and come straight back with a sweeping 10 and 15. You see Atkinson to Hodge, they bite in hard on Pearson, and if that goes to hand, that's just a pick-off. So we're talking about gel again. We repeat ourselves, the more time this group spend together, the better this stuff will go together, the more relationships they have, and they know where they're running. So they're creating the opportunities, and we've said the offloading's good. So at some point in this game, England able to get back into it by scoring it. They just got to make sure that the All Black 15 don't run away with the scoreboard control.
On the mark. The break foot on the mark. Easy. Yes? No. On the mark, I said. Yes, exactly.
It's been interesting to watch All Blacks 15's defence as well, isn't it? They have been happy to kick the ball into touch and let England attack them. They know about the dangers in the backfield, and they haven't given the likes of Josh Hodge a sniff, have they? Because he's such a dangerous runner in broken play.
Bind!
No surprise that Jamie Joseph and co have very much done their homework here. And the All Black scrum looking very solid indeed. Now Rees off his wing, looking for that arc. Lovely ball off the left hand.
15! Okay.
And exits come in all shapes and sizes. Where's this kick going? Where's this kick going? Oh, wow! Is that something we need to look at?
For me.
He put it down. Yeah!
Is this something we've got to look at? What a kick, what a chase.
On the line. It was touched
Did
on the
England
line.
Okay,
delay
is on the line
and wait
first.
for a line that wasn't
Yes,
there?
the ball was on the line first.
So it's the choice between scrum or 22 for England. Captain,
close.
Ball was on the line first,
Yeah,
so
I
you
think-
have the option
I
of
think-
scrum or 22.
They're saying it touched the sideline first. We'll get a great line of it here. Noah Kalori watching. What a brilliant chase, though. And
You have the mark.
yeah, there you go. Well,
Don't put your hands in the fire. Whoa.
Caleb Tangitau, that is a man who is surging with confidence.
Yeah,
Time on.
and even though they didn't get the outcome they wanted, if you think about where the scrum originally came from, New Zealand will still think that this is a 10-metre positive gain, even though it's a scrum all the way back. We're talking a 2-metre kick that's gone too long.
Well, it's the bounce of a rugby ball, isn't it? We're one sideways bounce away from one of the best 50-22s of the season.
Let's go. Stay straight until the end.
23 minutes gone, still just the Caleb Tangitau try that separates the teams. England largely in charge in terms of territory and possession. All Blacks 15 largely in charge in terms of composure in the key areas, but a decent contest so far.
Yeah, it's been quite nice. It's been quite played a lot in between the 22s. And the only thing that's probably been a little bit different were New Zealand were, All Blacks were clinical when they got inside the far 22, and
straight down.
England not so clinical down the other side. But we go again about how many times they played together, how many times they trained together, the relationships, they're growing, but it's like the amount of times they go down here, they're going to have to come away with something.
Well, we've talked about the sunshine and the conditions here, but both teams go in searching for a little bit more winter sun for their next games. All Blacks heading to France to play Uruguay, and England to sunny Spain. That's not bad, is it?
Are we going there?
I don't know. I've not got the invite yet, but, you know, it is the weekend. Much better line-out. Pearson takes it, crashed up by Ajomo. Just overrun there by Pearson. Oh, what a pick-up by Ennor. And he wins the collision, and he's away out of the back door. This is All Blacks rugby. Fihaki gets the offload to Severis. He steps into the 22. Bodies arrive. Brodie McAllister's there. And All Blacks 15. Right on the precipice of try number 2. Alarm bells ringing for England defensively. Someone needs to make a big play here. TK Howden. Great strength from the lock forward.
Body's there.
And then Jamie Hanna tries to win the collision. All Blacks 15 winning every collision, and they've grounded the ball. Jamie Hanna finishes what Braden Enna started. What a phenomenal score here at the Rec.
If you want to talk about what sums up New Zealand rugby, what is anybody else's thought of it, it's that, turning a defence into attack straight away and creating momentum. Ennor intercept, knowing the play is coming, put pressure on it, even with a bump whilst catching it, and the offload here, totally unnecessary, but love it. Moving the ball, get it, but this Severis gives it, bounces on the sport line on the outside. Small movements like that, and then the interplay, putting the brakes on, bringing other people into play, moving the point of attack. There's no shape, there's no form, it's just moving the ball over and over again until the sort of cracks happen in the dam, and then the try comes.
Phenomenal score. As you alluded to there, Enna not only reading the play to make the interception, but knowing he's going to have to win the collision as well. That is first class.
He was not offside.
And then what happened then was pure All Blacks.
Yeah, pure enjoyment. It's what every rugby coach wants, to watch the ball move to space over and over again. You take numbers off your back, the old Brian Ashton saying, you just play the space, you mark pass, it's ball carrier +2. There's time and a place where you want shape, and that wasn't it.
Kalori's going to give chase again, the try scorer underneath it.
Back of Black.
And a good take. I mean, just while All Blacks exit, just a word on Severis there, because it's really easy for a winger, especially someone with his pace, to just try and pin their ears back. But the way he slowed down and just saw what was going to happen and allowed it to happen, sensational. Ollie Hassel-Collins now attempting to do the same. He's not shy of the gain line, Ollie Hassel-Collins. Another little tip, but a great read. Tackle by Flanders on a Jogan. Ajomo. And England just stuck on the 10-metre here. All Blacks defensively set. England had a bit of joy with the tips in the first 20 minutes, but All Blacks 15 have tightened up, and they're reading those very well now and winning collisions.
They're just coming forward as a collective line, and as a sort of a first 5 defenders all coming together. And at the start, they were biting in a couple of times, giving them opportunities. Another aerial battle. Hassel-Collins 3 from 3, that is for him.
Back with England then, Atkinson. Beautiful line by Josh Holt. Josh Holt is going to score for England. Great read and a great finish from the Exeter Chiefs flyer. And just like that, England are back in the game.
We're talking about Noah Kalori, how good he is in the air, but we don't remember that Ollie Hassel-Collins is 3 from 3. 3 competitions, 3 winning the ball backs, 3 disruptions, and that's what that comes from. Comes from a good kick there from 9. Hassel-Collins gets up, disrupts the ball here, gets in front of an eye line, taps it back, and the reactional drill from here. Charlie Atkinson wants to give it, holds it that extra second, chucks it. Sevu Reece gambles. Hodge on the ball. I bet you that ball lands actually for the person Sevu Reece tackled, but we play it, try, outcome based.
Yeah, I don't think it was for Hodge at all, but he's cruised onto it. Fantastic goalkeeper. Cast my mind back to his Northumbria University days, where he kicked 27 from 28 in a full season, and he's added 2 points to the ledger here. England A7, All Blacks 15, 12.
Yeah, great open field runner. I was very fortunate playing Jack Yendel's testimonial in the summer, playing touch. Josh Hodge came on the opposition in the final, and I was nowhere near him.
It must have been like trying to touch smoke.
It's like trying to chase my kids around. Talented runner, balanced runner, and a great kicker of the ball as well, so great to see him over the whitewash.
Game on, and a good take. TK Howden, the first man there for All Blacks 15. Oh, is that another knock on? Well, maybe at half-time, England need to find some sticky mitts or something.
Oh, I think that was a frustrating one. I think their message at half-time will be, when we go into the 22, let's be a little bit more clinical, let's tighten up, let's make sure when we do move it out wide that we're coming away with something. Otherwise, let's be a little bit more direct and tight. These are test matches, you still want to win it, you still want to play well, and that's the only difference in the game. New Zealand have got down the other end twice and come away 2 points, I think. 2 tries, and I think England must have been in there 5-6 times and come away with 1 try, but that came from outside the 22, so they've got to be a bit more patient in that area, and hopefully that second half will give them that opportunity.
Neither team has done particularly well on kickoff receipts, have they?
No, it's just gamble. We can't even blame any wind or rain. That's probably why it is, because it's such a clean day with good kicking areas that it gives people attacking. Or pace off their back now.
Leo Willie. Another collision one. Little snipe on the line from Flanders. Kalori makes the tackle. Reece can't gather. It was a lovely offload. The space was there, but Sevu Reece couldn't quite reach it.
Yeah, Sevu Reece loves those inside balls, those double touches, another set play. They know by dragging that 8-9 in, the opportunity here for the 6. Look at Sevu Reece behind the maul there. He knows, just pass it now. Oh, he just gambles. And a loose offload, but you know that team is going to be from their own 5-metre line. They're going to kick it out and give you another set piece. But you can see where Sevu Reece is just sniffing around all these breakdowns. That's his super strength. He just picks up these little lines.
I need a proper setup, please. I don't know which players are in the line out here. Okay. Time out.
Pressure line up for Blamire. Oh, he's gone for the overthrow and a big important carry.
Playing the 9, number 2.
Big let-off. Big let-off. Brodie McAllister, too keen. And he plays Archie McFarland and gives England the exit.
Yeah, but then, like I said, they have the exit and they have the line out. I think these are the ones where you think, as a coach, you don't have to do that sort of stuff, because they're going to give you back possession. Now that you have to try and compete in another line out, and you've given a free 40 metres there out of no pressure.
So you've had a great playing career, hundreds of games, and you've coached across the levels now. Do things like that frustrate you more now you're a coach, or when you were a player actually out there on the pitch?
I think more frustrates me as a player, because I think I've got to tackle somebody in a minute. As a coach, sometimes people don't do it on purpose. Sometimes it's somebody else's understanding that they might have got wrong, if it's a referee or the officials, so you can't get too frustrated. But as a player, I'm very frustrated.
It's Greg Fisselau. He's been held up here by Leo Willie. Ball's been formed, but England need to produce this ball, otherwise it's All Blacks put in. And it is All Blacks put in. A little bit of 8-on-8 there, and Christian Leo Willie winning that particular exchange.
Yeah, and this is now the area where, as a defensive team, it's tough, because they could stack 1 or 2 on the short side, and then you've got to defend backfield. So this is a really attacking area here for New Zealand. Do they drag somebody up to look for a 50-22 to roll it over their head, or does somebody sit on a half and give you a run threat? So it'll be interesting how they set up. At the moment, they've got 2 on the short side.
Open more.
Yeah. Yes. Josh Jacob sitting in the left pocket, the 10, behind the scrum, which will mean the defensive 9 will have to stay this side. Kalori will stay this side. That leaves a long right corner on for 50-22. Havili's looking at it, or Josh, the 10 for All Black 15, sweep down the short side with a 9 and create a 3-on-2. So it's really compromised the defence, this position.
Plenty of options for All Blacks in the sunshine. First job, win the scrum. That's the easy bit for this pack, who are going very nicely for the men in black. Ooh, the short ball. Suggestion it was forward. Oh, a little fumble and good feet from Josh Jacob to get himself out of trouble. But another knock on. Uncharacteristic from both teams.
Yeah, they gave the short ball when the back ball was on. They passed it to the 10 when he wasn't ready for it to kick it. And just the Adam Powell, the defence coach for England, they would be really happy there because they kept on moving forward, putting pressure on them. So now they got away with one there, giving away penalty, got the line out down here. And yeah, he's just waiting for the forward to come around the corner. Good pace there, McFarland. Pearson on the inside. There's lots of positives from this England A performance so far.
And now England with a scrum with pretty much the same options that the All Blacks 15 had moments ago.
Yeah, but because they're now in the attacking half, the 50-22 is not on, so it'll be more an attacking kick to try and kick to score. So they've stacked 1.5 behind the scrum, so they have to keep 2. So I can imagine the defensive 9 will come into the boot, so they'll probably come this way in attack and either look to go front line or maybe over the back, because 15 looks like he's shutting early here.
Another reset. The clock will continue to tick. 5.5 minutes or so until half-time. 3 tries for us to tell you about. Caleb Tangitau scoring the opener. The second, Jamie Hanna finished it, the big lock forward, but a full team, full pitch effort. Pure All Blacks brilliance to take a 12-0 lead. And then Josh Hodge has given England a lifeline. An excellent finish.
Crouch. Bind.
So.
Set.
In from McParland into the last 5 minutes of the half. Thought about going to the short side. Instead, it's to Jomo. Another one out of the back that doesn't stick. Another ball that's been coughed up, and Reese is there. And Kalori. Well, he kept that in field,
after the 7 black is offside.
Another first phase knock on.
Yeah, just a lot of work that both Atkinson tried to dummy go to the short side, and it was just a long way for him to come back out and get the ball out the back off of Jomu. And that goes back to the working time together. What the width is the passes, how do I work with somebody to feel comfortable with that pass. They might run it in training at 50%. You see here, Action sells short side, gives it now. It's now a long way for him to try and get it because the defence come forward. So the pressure from Enna there to force that skill. We spoke about Reese doing it off the inside the 22. But there's that arm wrestle in the middle of the field now.
Enna's defensive dictation from 13 has been exceptional, hasn't it?
Yeah, even in attack, just when to hold his feet, when to run short and take the line on. At the moment, this first half, his performance has been cut above everybody at the moment.
Third scrum in quick succession. Little chip for Havili. Looking for Tangitau to chase, but England get back. Oh, a bit of footwork there from Hodge, but just loses his feet and did well not to get in trouble. That was Tangitau looking for the jackal. Oh, good shot. Big low chop. Ollie Hassel-Collins looking to time his run here off the McParland box kick.
Offside, number 5 black, offside.
And that's another success for Hassel-Collins on the chase.
Yeah, well, one thing I have to say, both 9s, apart from the left-footed kick earlier from Carl Preston, but both kickings from both 9s have been superb. They've always they put it on the money. You can use it as a strength in the game. I think McParland's has been superb for England A, and Preston, when he's been kicking off his right, has been very competitive. Everything's been in the air every time both teams have been able to get up, so it's been quite impressive. And like I said, it's quite a nice day down here. The sun's out, there's no wind, there's no rain, but to be able to kick that and know that your wing is going to be going after it, he gets up, they knock it on, 5's in front of the ball because it came off Havili, who's behind him, so there's a penalty for offside.
Keep the gap, 4.
Well, the local time here is coming up to 5 to 2. The weather forecast says it's going to rain at 3. Surely not. Surely not.
That's after the end of the game, so
yeah,
it's fine.
Fine, yeah, absolutely. Blamire finds his man. Have England got one more attack in the tank before the half? Any score now would be very, very welcome as Pearson crunches into the defence. TK Howden was there, and England going back the other way. Big shots flying in. Pearson again. Ball out the back. Oh, nearly. So close. Angus Hall was through the gap. Atkinson with the delayed pass. But it's forward again, and the score remains 12-7 in favour of the All Blacks.
It's tough because so many, what we've seen, 3 or 4 of these shoulder balls go through lines. They've just got to expect it. You're not running the line for running the line's sake. You know you're an opportune over here. Is it in the breadbasket? He's just not got his hands up. He's not got his hands up. He's not expecting it.
He was through.
Yeah, and it's easy to press pause on these things. These are learning moments, but they've just got to expect it. You're not running these lines just for running it. They've got to expect it because so far these shoulder balls are doing really well for England A here.
Crouch!
Well, apologies if some choice language came through the referee's mic. It is a full-blooded test match between England A and the All Blacks 15.
Keep up. Use. Going up both ways. Use it. No. Up both ways before advancing. Reset.
I think All Blacks 15 got away with one there because I'm pretty sure I heard him say use it quite a few times.
Yeah. Both going up before advancing. Let's go. Reset. Quick reset. Let's go. Here we go.
So we'll pat down again, and this could suit All Blacks 15 because by the time this scrum is set, I think they can put the ball out and jog in. I say jog into the sheds. They've got to go the full length of the pitch, haven't they?
Yeah, that'd be a fitness test nowadays. Yeah, they've all looked up. They've all looked at the clock. They've pointed at it. They're very aware. That's what's so smart. They recognise it.
And into touch it goes to bring an end to a really interesting half. England A will feel as though they are well in the game, but All Blacks 15, so dangerous. They've scored 2 fantastic tries, and perhaps being the more clinical team, deservedly with a lead here at the Rec. It's been a great test match in glorious sunshine, and good news, we've got 40 more minutes to go. But at half-time, it's England A 7, All Blacks 15-12. Half-time here at the Rec. It's England A 7, New Zealand 15-12. So let's take a little look at how we got there while everyone stumbles around to get their half-time refreshments and back into their seats ahead of what will hopefully be a second half that matches the first for drama and maybe improves in quality as these two teams continue to gel, continue on the journey that'll hopefully see them have a successful tour. Game 1 of England A's campaign, game 2 of New Zealand 15's. Okay, 3 tries and a few moments for you to enjoy here. The expert voice of Matt Banahan coming up to 12 minutes to talk you through how they happened and why they happened. This is the first try. Talk us through this one.
Yeah, just after multiple penalties, they had a penalty advantage on this. Just the skill of the backs of the All Black 15 to be able to create space, work inside shoulders, and they had a free shot because of the penalty advantage, but it came from England A giving away a penalty in the halfway line, and just the feet of Enna, Che Finaki, and then the finish from the wing are just superb, professional of them. But then we move into the opportunities that England had inside the 22, multiple opportunities, picking them off. A 3-on-1, Blamire's got to give that, and knocks it on the floor. And it was sort of the story of the first half. Clory gets up, disrupts the thing. The wingers have been brilliant in the air. Clory and Hassel-Collins disrupting ball. They move, get momentum over and over again. Have another opportunity. It's another same one off the one before. The 3-1-1, you can see it's got to go off that. But the wingers for England A, Clory and Hassel-Collins, have been superb. And then we move on to this one.
Yeah, I mean, New Zealand 15, we know that it doesn't matter who is in the jersey. They're going to do magic things. This looked like an exit and nearly ended up in a spectacular try. So Tangitau has put the right boot on it. Then he's chased his own kick. Kalori thought he had time, was going to watch it, and we thought maybe Tangitao had produced a miracle. These are the tiny margins that we're working with at this level of rugby.
Yeah, the wet, boggy pitch that was at Bath, that would have probably stopped 10 metres shorter, and you just see how tight it is. Kalori was there. That's all I'll give him credit for. He knew that he worked hard in the backfield. You understand it, but we came all the way back to a scrum because it touched the whitewash inside the try area.
Yeah, that was Tangitao. 3 tries in 2 games on this tour. I mean, this was the end of the move for the second try. It was Jamie Hanna who's in for Caleb Delaney today. That took some finishing there. Very, very physical from him. But the build-up, absolutely remarkable.
Yeah, absolutely remarkable. And then we move into this where England actually got the rewards for all their time. Hassel-Collins wins the ball back. But this delay on the pass there from Atkinson to Hodge running onto it was the pace. I think Rees read it right. They just didn't see Josh Hodge coming in the backfield.
Still took some finishing, doesn't it? And you get some back 3 players who step and some back 3 players who glide, and Josh Hodge can really glide.
Yeah, he's a glider, the transfer of weight from one side to the other, and he had a great game. The back 3 for England are probably the strong part of that first half, of winning the ball in the air and what they look good. And New Zealand haven't really kicked the ball long much. They've kept it off the pitch, so then there hasn't been much broken field. But when there has been broken field, the back 3 for England look very dangerous.
Yeah, the kick to compete has worked, and it's helped to get England A back into the game. We're counting down to the second half here. All Blacks 15 with a narrow lead. Just 5 points in it. It's England A 7, New Zealand 15-12. We'll be back shortly with the second half. Welcome back to the Rec. England A trailing All Blacks 15 by 12 points to 7. Josh Hodge, the try scorer and conversion scorer for England A. There's 7 points on the board thanks to him. A nice link up with Charlie Atkinson and Ethan Root's captaincy, keeping England A in touch. Of course, a familiar face, and he'll be so familiar to many of the All Blacks 15 players who he grew up playing with and against. One change to tell you about ahead of this second half. Luke Jacobson has come on as if they weren't winning collisions and the breakdown already. They brought on a 25 cap All Black, the Chiefs man, brought in this week. I'll tell you what, the captain, Dalton Papali'i, he's managed to find a barber in Bath, hasn't he?
Yeah, there's some good tight haircuts out there. They're quite happy. They must have knew the sun was coming out. They had to look on their best side.
Well, England's youngsters, they've had opportunities. They haven't quite stuck, though. If one does in this second half, then maybe it will be well and truly game on. Rozier's whistle goes. The second half underway here at the Rec. Kalori claims the kickoff. Ethan Roots takes it into contact. And both teams have 40 minutes to go into Europe on some real positives. The tagline for All Blacks 15 was 3 games to change your life. Just like England A, so many of their players have toured in recent years, gone on to full honours. All Blacks 15 need to get out of the way here. Thought they forced the maul, but hadn't. Second carry in quick succession for Roots.
Ball is there, you block him. If you counteract, he needs to go.
Just a few times in this game, New Zealand just giving away dull penalties.
Yeah.
Hands up, there must be not happy down there. Somebody's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's
Tom Lockett.
Time off.
Tom Lockett's down. It's his second appearance for the Saints man. Had a good stint for England under 20s, 7 caps. His cap for this team against Ireland A. Started in the Champions Cup final as well. And with props and locks in particular, when you've got a good one coming through, you've really got to try and take advantage of them, haven't you? Because they are very, very rare that they can be classy operators for such a long career.
Yeah, I think at the start of their career, you've got to like sort of blood them in and out. You see, I can only talk about when Todd Blackadder and Taban Matson, the 2 great Kiwi coaches of Crusaders, were here at Bath, and we had the youngsters Zach Mercer and Josh Bayliss coming through, and they would rotate them in and out every so often for training and for games. They knew what they could do, and what they eventually done is create 2 monsters of the game that are 2 phenomenal players. And you can now look back and you look into the Bath squad now, and you look at Billy Seller, who's on the bench today, and Kepu Tuipulotu, and they're just dropped in and out every so often to be ready to play, to see what the physical demands are needed, to be pulled back out to get ready for prepping, prehab, rehab, gym work. So when they step up to this next level, that they're ready and they can put back-to-back games. And you can see why New Zealanders have such a strong sort of longevity in the game, because they get drip-fed. You don't very rarely see 18-year-old Kiwi players come in and play straight away. They're in and out, and then when they're ready, they're gone, and they just fly.
And that's it, isn't it? They arrive maybe in the All Blacks or the All Blacks 15 at 23, 24, and you think, where have these been? And they look test match ready. They've got the right amount of miles on the clock. They've been well serviced. I mean, you mentioned Kepu Tuipulotu and Billy Seller. They were in 16 and 18 today. Yes, they're playing for England A. Yes, they've played for Bath in the Premiership and the Prem Cup. They've also played for Bath University in Puck Super Rugby this season as well. Such is the standard of that level of rugby in England and Wales at the moment too.
Yeah, I'd love to. We were speaking off air earlier about the importance of Buck Super Rugby at the moment, of the amount of, you look at the age of this England A side and the amount of them that would have been pushing through that university to get that level of competition and balance of the game.
Yeah, Josh Hodge of Northumbria, Max Ajomo of Bath, Tom Pearson played at Cardiff Met. And then looking down on the bench as well, very proud day for Fitz Harding, former Durham University man, now captain at Bristol Bears, making his England A debut a week on from making his Barbarians debut. So finally getting the international recognition after a few great years in the Premiership. Good maul then for England, but now grinds to a halt, and Archie McParland goes digging. Sends that for Kalori to chase, but goes out on the full. Can't blame the breeze because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I'd have liked to see them run that a bit, get into midfield. They're good maul, good push, get into the guts of the defence and get around the corner. Even if they kicked it, that had to land on the money just outside the 22, which was tough because it was a shorter kick than a normal one. And if it kicked a bit longer, he'd have just marked it. So I'd love to have seen England just try and move that ball then.
McAllister finds Flanders.
Use it!
That one sent up to chase as well. Tangitau after it. Oh, so close from Ennor. But once again, it's Hassel Collins.
Good decision.
Great is on the loose ball. Tom Pearson. Just talking about him. The Cardiff Met man. One of 7 players in this England A setup today who were either signed by or brought through the London Irish Academy. Another one is Ollie Hassel Collins, who has been sensational under the high ball today. Gets up to his feet a little bit gingerly after that particular collision.
That's a great kick down the middle of the pitch, though.
Oh, foot control. How is your touch, Charlie Atkinson?
Advantage knock on.
Oh, but another knock on. Well, he did so well just to get a boot on that. You'd put him in the five-a-side team, but you wouldn't put him in goal.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with his exit kick down the middle of the pitch, which I actually think wasn't too bad, but he just sat back a little bit too deep as soon as he reset, and All Blacks at 15 recognised that the gap between the defensive line and the backfield was big, and just put it in that no-man's land. And he tried to get those crews he could, but it's a great first touch off the air. Many footballers are really happy with that, and I think just as he just tried to regather it, a little come off his hand touch.
Oh, it's a lovely touch, isn't it?
Did he? So not going to say yes or no, but quite harshly done by there.
Must have been the previous phase, but what an attacking opportunity now for All Blacks 15. Options both ways.
I'm going left. 9 square up 9. Get Che Fiaki getting left. And get it towards a danger man, Ennor.
Okay. Guys, it's the first one of the second half. Keep the balance. We restart with good things. Let's go.
All right, we could run it left or they'll come right and kick it.
You heard it here first. Afo Fasogbon just struggling to get it right against Xavier Numia. He had a remarkable 16 under 20s caps, was involved for a long time, but there seems to be a decent generation of young England front rowers coming through. Asher Opoku-Fujor and Finn Baxter doing very well in the senior team. Solid scrum. And as you said, kick to the right. That's exactly what they've done. Where's this going to bounce? Oh, small in-goal area here at the Rec. Not forgiving for the All Blacks halfbacks. And they've given it straight back to England.
Yeah, that's probably the first poor piece of skill I'd probably say that I've seen from the All Blacks 15. That probably the wrong kick style. He tried a little flip over the top. He just needed to be square on this and just chip it to the space. Get side on and flips it.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
But we could see it coming. We called it, Dave.
You called it.
We're a team. We're a team today.
Yeah, all right. The Royal We called it. Josh Jacob. I'm sure it won't be long till he has the opportunity to make amends.
Crouch.
And a lot of scrummaging back to back for these prop forwards as well. The legs and the lungs start to burn.
Set.
Big test of conditioning. Oh, that's bounced off Fisilau, and
The line to be there from Enna.
oh, he's just been brilliant, hasn't he? He's read where the ball's going. Pressure there on young Angus Hall.
Use it.
Ethan Roots wants a couple of big men to go around the corner. Tom Lockett back on his feet. Gets tackled there in a similar position to the one he went down in earlier.
Use it.
Slow ball for England. 3 players getting ready to chase this. Kalori will lead it. Tom Pearson kind of gave up on the chase.
Advantage knock on the foot.
But then on the second ball, well timed by Pearson. Knock-on advantage, calls for All Blacks 15 being offside, but a bit of space here for Hassel Collins, but the bounce defeats him.
We keep it here. They play
Another,
the ball as they want
they're
to.
getting so
Let's
much
keep-
support from this aerial battle that they've just got to make sure they capitalise on it.
So, question, wasn't there a knock-on advantage there?
Yes.
Where's the advantage?
Don't know.
Either way.
I think he probably thought that that would have been, if they caught it, they'd have been over the line, but doesn't mean that. I think you're supposed to get past the point of where the advantage is, which they definitely didn't do.
Tangitau made a good carry there. Going infield, looking for work. Hasn't had a lot of love out there on the edge, other than, of course, that try that he took so well in the first half. Here's a crossfielder. Tangitau up against Hassel Collins. And Hassel Collins, oh, another magnificent take. Has he always been this good in the air?
Off the foot
Yeah,
of White
yeah,
King.
I believe he has. When he was at London Irish, he used to love watching him play. He was raw, he was learning the game still. He had the ability to get through break tackles. And now he's just adding layers of his game. And the more and more, he had a few little niggles here and there the last few years. But now he's got a long string of games together. And he's great in the air. His evasiveness is superb.
Well, Tangitau thought about the challenge here, but it was well timed. Nice high hands.
What's
A good chase by Harvili to make the tackle in the end, and Tangitau
Sab or not?
looking for the turnover,
Okay. Let's go, guys.
but not getting any joy.
Water off, please.
Yeah, you were talking earlier about the depth of
Time on, water
props in the English game at the moment. I think the depth of the
Let's go.
wingers has never been deeper than what it is at the moment.
I just said
You look
water-
at the ones they've got playing in the national team,
I said
Freeman,
water off,
Roebuck.
please. Now.
You've got Radwan on the bench today.
Let's go.
You've got Glory coming through. You've got Hassel Collins. And there's plenty of ones that I haven't even named. And the depth of their competition, I'd love to see how they're making judgment calls on who's being selected. Is it tries? Is it meters gained? Is it defenders beaten?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? And all of those metrics you've talked about there are offensive metrics. What about high balls taken in defence, tackles made, you know, the rucks hit, clear-outs and those kind of things? Because you need a full court game at test match level now,
Yes,
don't you? You
the-
can't
the
simply be a
sub,
finisher.
No, you can't be, but you can definitely miss tackles because that's why you got 15. But yeah, but no, you got to tick all those boxes. You got to have the metrics of feeling comfortable in attack and defence, because in defence you get stressed the most in international rugby.
And a change coming in the front row, and we hope this isn't too serious. It's an opportunity for Josh Fuzitua to come into the game.
Let's go.
Xavier Numia, we've talked about him as a real totemic figure in this All Blacks 15 setup, his third tour. Fusitu'a made his debut for a team in black last week, so a second cap for him, but fingers crossed for that man.
Crouch.
That he can walk that off and be back and ready to go
Bind.
in France next week.
Set.
So Fusitu'a, first scrum for him, looks pretty solid, and little dash by Preston up the short side.
Never release the ball.
Oh, he didn't release the ball.
You never release the ball. Tackle complete.
Well, the same scrum, two places. They kicked the one, and then the other one they said they did what we said the other way: run left, 9 scrum, 9, and give the shoulder ball.
You've done very well today to give the reasons why these errors are happening. They're teams that haven't had a lot of time together. They're also teams that are players in teams that are in different positions. You've got some here who'll be absolutely desperate to get into the national team, others who are making their first bow in senior teams for two very proud rugby nations. But that doesn't mean these errors are any less frustrating for the people watching at home, does it?
No, definitely not. They want to come here, they want to put their best foot forward and show attributes that they've done so far this season and in previous years to show why they can go forward. If it's catching the ball, passing the ball, kicking the ball, it's still simple metrics, as we spoke earlier, carrying hard, not making silly mistakes, and they want to be doing well. And people like David Havili and Brandon Ennor, you can see why they're full international cap players, because those mistakes are very limited.
Yeah, both midfielders have been excellent. Havili getting over the gain line again. Fusitu'a caught behind the game line. And now Kalori might be out there on his own, and he's just overcooked that, and a knock on. A big let-off.
Backwards of Black.
Oh, backwards off Black.
No, leave it.
OK, either way, the ball was loose, it's in touch. Half an hour to go, no score yet in the second half.
9 white.
England's making a change at scrum half. Archie McParland out, and Gloucester Rugby's Caelan Englefield coming in for his second appearance for England A.
No, I really like Caelan at Gloucester. I think he's really a good 9 that controls the game. He's got a great passing game, and his kicking game is on point. So really excited to see him play. I was just having to think there, New Zealand have changed their exit style there. They're kicking the ball high onto the wingers. I think they're doing that tactically, knowing how dangerous that Kalori and Hassel Collins are, that they could catch them in a tackle and get them off their feet as quick as they can, so then they're not ready for a counter-attack.
Oh, Tom Pearson has just made a brilliant turnover and absolutely smashed the offload into the chest of his teammates. Another knock on. New Zealand have changed their scrum half as well. Folau Fakatava, a 2-cap All Black himself, has come on for Kyle Preston. So a bit more energy from the scrum half positions in both teams for the last half an hour.
On the flip side, Dave, I think this is amazing that we've got other nations with A teams,
yes,
and touring A teams. Like, it's amazing that we can facilitate games and have high-level rugby with another nation that are growing a second team to produce or support their first 11, 15.
And give the opportunity for people to come and watch international rugby around the country as well. Here comes Jacob and the All Blacks 15, looking for the first score of the second half. Jomo makes the turnover. Brilliantly done by the Bath inside centre. Englefield with his first touch. And would you believe it, it's another knock-on by England A.
Yeah, and it's so unfortunate. A lot of people at home will say there should be a penalty for holding on, but he didn't hold it on. Ojomo stole it, so then it's play on. So that's where it is. Reece, I think Sevu Reece really should have given this. The short ball's on to Ennor there. Oh, he's straight through the hole. Ojo quickly over the ball, and he steals it. He's first man there, so there's no penalty because he's first person, and then just that knock on. But Ennor again there through the play.
Different teams go about that, Jackal, different ways, don't they? Some like to turn the ball over so they can play because that transition ball is dangerous. Others like to win that penalty and like to hold on to it. So that's a kind of team-by-team and player-by-player thing.
I think if you're a back, you're trying to get in there and steal it and get out as quick as you can because you don't want to get hit. If you're a forward, you'll stay in there for as long as you can and get a penalty.
It is the Wild West, isn't it?
I told you, slow calls.
But Max is extremely good at that, and where certain people have USPs that are different, Max is one of those. From if he's playing 12 or 13, he is brave enough, he's quick enough over the ball to create sort of a shell to create those penalties and slow people down.
Big chance here for All Blacks 15. They've been let off the hook twice. England have made great turnovers and then immediately knocked the ball on. So a scrum inside the 22. Paulo Fakatava, ball in hand. Caelan Englefield opposite him with some defensive work to do. Jess Sevu-Reece on the short side for All Blacks 15, but that's the way they go. And it's a score for Josh Jacob. Well executed. Clinical from the All Blacks 15, gifted the field position and taking full advantage. Josh Jacob extends the lead.
Yeah, extremely hard place to defend there. Just got to make sure you get your numbers and your lines right. It'd be great to see a replay of that. It's just simple rugby, picking a short side. Can 6 and 9 pick up 9, the attacking 9? He just gets on the outside quickly. Just the speed off the break down there. Fakatava, the speed, he gets outside the defensive 6, gets to Englefield, and just creates that 2v1 on the end. So good rugby there by New Zealand, and just tough to defend when it's run that well. Sometimes you've got to put your hands together and say, good attack.
Well, I think England A have done that at least twice today with that try and the one in the first half. Jamie Hannah, scorer of that excellent try, has just been replaced. And Josh Jacob has added the extras to his well-taken try. A decent 2-score lead now for All Blacks 15. Let's take another look at this score.
Yeah, the important bit there is how far Fakatava, the 9, drags all the way to the inside of Englefield to stop him from double defending, to helping it become a 2v2 on D. As a winger, you're waiting for your inside support, and it's just a very well-run play by Fakatava, the 2-capped international All Black.
Back underway, Papali'i claims it, and this is about as well as All Blacks 15 have done in terms of reclaiming the kickoff. Now it's all about what happens next. Hodge looking to time his run. It's gone forward. Off an All Black. Reece gives chase. Atkinson tackled. And we'll set the scrum.
I feel like that's the only time England have never got somebody in the air, and it was a free catch for Eno there, and it went straight through his hands onto his knee. But we're speaking 15 minutes into the first half, and England spent all their time attacking inside the 22, and so far we're now 15 minutes into the second half, and England haven't even got into the 22 far side. See, Eno's got a free catch here. Just misses the catch. I think he's expecting to be hit there.
Actually, after the 11 is offside, okay, there. I didn't hear the call, so it's penalty against you because 11 Black is offside after the knock-on. Yeah, he's offside from the knock-on here. Thank you. 11 Black offside.
Oh, Reece is offside. Bit of free field position for England A.
Yeah, so if anybody's seen that, he would have been ahead of Eno as he's gone up to catch the ball, so he's already in an offside position. As Eno's hit it, he's then picked up, so he can't pick it up if he's in an offside position, which we didn't even spot. That came from the AR on the far side.
And of course, giving chase and making the tackle won't have helped to do that. Right, let's take a look at the kick. Keep your eye out for Sevu-Reece on the left-hand side, and then Eno. So yes, Eno knocks it on, and then Reece is offside. Whilst we were looking at the replay, England have knocked the ball on again. And it's back with the All Blacks 15.
Taking in. Advantage over.
That was an unbelievable piece of skill there by Sevu-Reece, diving like a military man so the ball didn't hit him in the head. But he's sitting extremely deep here.
Well, Josh Hodge finds Kalori. Kalori is inside the 22, so this can go out on the full. That's well played. Oh, Reece wanted to go quickly then, but someone put an advertising board in the way.
Yeah, and I think a straight hand might have come out over the top of the board and touched it, which means the ball's dead. But you go to Kalori, catch the ball over his head, good and open field. He can kick a ball a long way as well.
Time off.
Here comes Billy Sella.
Billy Sella, he's played here this season for Bath University, for Bath Rugby in the Premiership and the Prem Cup, and now he's graduated from England under-20s to England A. He's replacing Afo Fasogbon. The two of them have been teammates in the 20s, and now for the 18. Massive moment for him, and a great reception as well from the Bath faithful. Nice bit of footwork there from Jacob. He's got that little change of direction that doesn't look that quick, but it really confuses defenders. Kalori, mistimes that one in Englefield.
He's offside.
Tries to cover it up. Another.
No! Second time!
Tom Pearson has gone through a lot of work today, and he's been involved in a lot of collisions on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, a lot of RTCs for Tom Pearson. But he gets up and he goes again.
Use it! One step more.
Englefield, he's got the ability to get a lot of distance on box kicks, but hasn't gone too long there. Hassel-Collins collides with Tanguy Tau, so can't really chase that kick. It's Fihaki brought down by Ajomo. So a little space in behind. Kalori.
Retreat!
Yeah, good distance on the kick, but Jacobs there. Ball in the air for a long time. I think this is going to go up. Fihaki, suggestion that he was a touch offside. Hassel-Collins, oh, another magnificent take. He's dropped it as he's hit the deck.
Leave it now! Leave it now! You are off feet. You have one knee
Looks
on the ground.
uncomfortable on the floor, Hassel-Collins.
Well, he spent all day getting whacked, to be fair. Atkinson.
It's just a tiny bit too long.
Oh, that's knocked off. There have been, given the conditions, given the fact that it's a dry pitch, I was down there before the game, the surface is fantastic. There are an uncharacteristic number of handling errors in this game today.
Do I say jet lag?
Maybe. I mean, I'm sure that's been a problem for England because they've made the journey maybe from London to Bath, I don't know. Yeah. But Hassel-Collins again, I think, under duress.
And I think 5 times now he's gone up and he's won the ball every time. There's a skill in that, and he's taking these big hits and he's getting it back, and you see now Charlie Atkinson puts a kick tiny bit too long. Havili, the senior on the pitch, just trying to catch on his hands, not on his chest, and he spilt it. Anybody on that pitch should have said not made that mistake, it would have been him.
Oh yeah, the old curse of the commentator, is it?
Yeah, I tried my best. But as Collins out of play, they're still playing ahead as time's back on.
Well, there is a man on the bench for England A who might be keeping a particular eye on his teammate, Ollie Hassel-Collins. He's wearing number 23, Adam Radwan. Again, I think another player who...
Well, England are down to 14 for the tour.
Well, I don't think this is going to be ripped out to the left anytime soon, because Ollie Hassel-Collins does not look ready to receive this ball. Englefield finds his captain, Ethan Roots, coming up to the hour mark. Just the one try in the second half to put a little bit of space in the scoreboard for the All Blacks 15. Kalori goes up uncontested, finds the offload. Pearson, Ajomo, Hall, now out to Hassel-Collins. Guided towards the touchline. Hodge does so well, but then gets whacked by Havili. And Hassel-Collins is pretty much on one leg, but has still found the gas to get into the 22.
He was limping 20 seconds before that. He's back limping now. You can see on the left of the screen. Put the ball in his hand, let the boy run. Autopilot. Deep down inside, we're all dull rugby players. Get the ball in their hands, we just go autopilot. He's had a phenomenal 60 minutes, Hassel-Collins. He has to have a big plaudits. He's been a lot of positive stuff from this team today.
Well, he is replaced by another Leicester Tiger. He started on the other wing to him in the Premiership final. Scored a hat-trick on his England debut. Almost 4 years to the day since his last appearance in white. So Radwan is on, as is Ben Bamba in the second row. Big opportunity for the Sailman as well. He's another lock that they're particularly excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love watching Bamba play. I think he's had a great year so far at Sale, and last year just adding on to it. He's something different. He's that hard-edged, tall second row, which I think England haven't had for a while, and he just offers that physicality, non-stop, relentless work.
And a great place to cultivate that particular skill set at Sale Sharks as well.
Yeah, under Sanderson, that's all it's going to be there, just hard work over and over again, repeated efforts.
Looks a bit like Johnny Hill as well, doesn't he?
I don't know if he'll take that offence or not.
They just go to the same barber, I think. It's that same... let's call it haircut.
Yeah.
Shea Fihaki. Decent game for him. He's going to be replaced by Rivez Reihana, another of the Crusaders Super Rugby champions. He's toured for the last 2 seasons with the Maori All Blacks.
Not straight.
and now getting his opportunity in the All Blacks 15. I mean, look, we talk about the opportunities to play and support A teams, but you've got the All Blacks 15, the Maori All Blacks as well. They're just remarkable depth of test match talent in that country.
Yeah, one thing that's really sort of nice for me to watch is normally you tour to them into New Zealand, you play them midweek, and what's sort of warming is that they're now coming to the Northern Hemisphere with their main All Blacks team with this All Black 15 for if they get an injury in their main squad, one of these comes up, so it's so tight, so much tighter.
Well, from last year's All Blacks 15, 7 players have now gone on to get their full All Blacks caps, which shows that the programme's working and shows that there are opportunities to be world class. This is the longest All Blacks 15s tour as well. 3 matches this season. It's been 2 in previous years.
Use it!
And long may it continue as well, especially if it means we get excellent contests like this. Tangitau gives chase, and he's batted that one back. Vakatawa, bit of fancy footwork, big bump on Englefield. Bit of scrum half on scrum half violence.
Yeah. There's definitely been a tactical change for All Black 15 in this second half, with the high crossfields to catch the wingers under the ball, so they don't have the open field, and those centre field kicks from 9. Oh, they've called that.
What a beautiful ball over the top, and now Jacob takes it on into the 22. Reihana's first touch is a 5-pointer. Welcome to the game, Rivez Reihana, and All Blacks 15 pull away.
Yeah, that tactical change, kick from the centre field from 9, they win the ball back, they move it, they know that England are going to bring a high edge there, and David Havili off his dropped ball earlier with no pressure, chucks that big pass into space. The winger doesn't have to be flat. Look, he just puts it into the space and they run onto it. So there's no doubt of a forward pass, because that's what we teach wingers, hold depth. Look like you still be the run threat, because the pass will be just left into the space and the interconnection on the inside just to pick people off. But that ball just into the space, keeping the inside defence honest and just picking them off.
Simplest of conversions for Jacob. He's 3 out of 4 now. It's 26-7, a great lead for All Blacks 15. And the point I was going to make just before that brilliant try was scored, one thing we've not really seen the All Blacks do today is go through a lot of phases, and they did it there and looked so dangerous.
Yeah, I think they just want a clinical, they want to go forward, and now there's lots of changes for England A, that this is less and less people who've played together now. This is where they're going to probably look the most disjointed.
Greg Fisselau out, and an England A debut for Fitz Harding, former Durham University man. He's made such a great name and reputation at Bristol Bears, now gets the opportunity to do it in the white of England. And Jack Taylor and Brodie McAllister have swapped as well. Oh, and that's out on the full. And one thing you don't want if you're any team who's trailing is those compound errors.
Yeah, compound errors are killers, but compound errors against an All Black 15 team is even worse. They're just dangerous in these off these scrum plays, finding that half a gap here, there and everywhere, especially with their centre partnership. So far we're 64 minutes into the game, and Havili and Ennor just looking so comfortable out there, knowing they've worked together for years at probably club and country, and knowing how the game's played, being senior players. Is the difference. You've got Max Ojomo, who's played international captain. He's got a young partnership in Angus Hall, who's done nothing wrong today. He's just playing against somebody who's been around the block a little bit longer.
Well, we've got a little bit of time before we have to make this decision. By we, again, I mean you. But let's start to think about player of the match contenders. Think about a couple of the names from each team who you think deserve a shout out.
I think one's already gone off the pitch. I think Hassel Collins, I think with the way he's worked so hard aerially, given such a big threat for them. We spoke earlier about Tom Pearson, his relentless work rate, getting around the park, making carries, making tackles. And then we flip it onto the other side. I think Josh Jackham, the 10, has been outstanding, moving the point of contact. He's controlling an experienced side as a young 10, knowing where to play, where's the right time. And then we go into Brandon Ennor as the 13, who in defence has put such pressure on the attack of England A off the line, and in attack he's had such good moments.
Well, those are your nominees. We will not have the result for a little while yet. There's still a lot of rugby to be played. but I think any one of those four would be a great decision for the Nye Timber player of the match. And we'll be talking to that player live after the game as well. So Englefield, it's a good kick.
I said it as he came on, didn't I? His kicking's on point. At Gloucester, I see him practicing it over and over again, how he feels around the park. He gets himself in good position, he goes to his process, and if he has a process correct, his execution is superb.
And he's doing an excellent job at Gloucester now, but another one of the 7 who came through London Irish: Afo Fasogborn, Keputu Pelotu, Tarek Afar, Hassel Collins, Englefield, Pearson. They're a sad loss to the game. Now, there was a contact off the ball there, but it's straight down the throat of Tangitao. He's seen some space. Atkinson's back. Where's this one? Banksing.
Hit the post. Hit the post. Oh, it was Ethan Roots hit Havili as he chipped it, or chasing the chip. I don't think there's much in it. It was friend on friend, I think. Friendly fire. They wouldn't have regathered the ball anyway. The kick was a little bit too long. But it's a goal line dropout, which means you get possession probably 40 metres after you carry it back. So it's a good tactic.
Well, last week we saw All Blacks 15 kick to compete on the goal line dropout, which is a new tactic, that's for sure. Here we go. Oh, what a carry that is. Luke Jacobson on Fitzharding.
Oh, what
a lovely ball again. All Blacks 15 with numbers here, but Butterfingers and Fitzharding can pick it up now. It could be on here for England. Ajomo, he's got Radwan, who is quick. Radwan bumps off the first and can't get rid of George Dyer. The big tight head still out there, putting in a shift. Yeah, great shift that. That's a good take there by Billy Seller. Don't think he was expecting that ball, but he's done well. Now Atkinson out of the back. Josh Hodge. Oh, how about that by Angus Hall? Still going, Angus Hall. A lot of strength in the young man. Pearson. Good gain line carry from him. Up over halfway. And the first signs of life for England defensively for, well, probably in the entire second half. Atkinson. Crossfield kick, but it's Ethan Roots who he's got out there on the edge, but this might work for Radwan. Perhaps more luck than judgment there for England A, but they're on the ball. Little pump pass, a good one. Atkinson's done that really nicely today. Hodge. Here you go, here you go. Sevu Reece might fancy this, but Atkinson's quick, but it's Jack Taylor! Jack Taylor, the hooker! They're going to be beaten by the dead ball line, but what pace and what endeavour from Jack Taylor to keep up with Reece, to keep up with Atkinson. That's one for the front row union.
Well, I'm only going to say Sevu Reece and Charlie Atkinson have been on the pitch for 68 minutes and Jack Taylor's probably been on for 5.
Oh, look at you sticking up for the backs. Nice touch there from Taylor as well, wasn't it?
Oh, that came off England's hand. Interesting.
Dallas McLeod comes on for his first appearance of the tour. And Lado Aki coming on at tight head as well. David Havili, another great performance from him. Sale Shark, Ricky Maazi White coming on for his debut, wearing number 22, and Jamie Blamire is replaced by Bath's own Kepu Tui Pelotu. And these are the young players coming in for England A now, who recent graduates of the under-20s, little bit of Premiership rugby experience. And they've got, what, just over 10 minutes to get a taste of this. So it'll be interesting to see what England A do in terms of an outside half now, with Atkinson off and Maazi White on. And another excellent kick from Jacob, who has conducted this orchestra beautifully in the second half.
Yeah, he's done really well. He grew into the game first half, but this second half really has been a different level for him, understanding where to play on the pitch, and if it's him coming down with the calls. I'm just looking at, it looks like Ajomu's at 10 now for England A.
Well, he started at 10 for Bath in the first couple of Premiership games this season. Picked up victories over Harlequins and Sale.
Time off, the whistle is off. Next time
He'll
he's
do
free
well
kick against me,
to
even if he stays
pull a
10 minutes.
victory out of this position for England
You
A.
stay on my AR,
10
you
minutes.
don't walk around. You stay on my AR.
3 tries needed with conversions.
Play on. Time on.
Kaputu Pelotu. Tough line-out throw for his first one under pressure in Englefield. It does well to get the ball away, but it's going to come back with interest. Jacob in the deep. It's a good chase, the captain, Ethan Roots. Leading by example and winning the penalty.
Nice, good work, good kick chase. It was a snap kick by Caelan Englefield because he knew it was off Messi ball, he had to get rid of it. But the kick chase there was superb. Fell at, I think, Fitzharding's feet, and he got that steal straight in front of his feet. Gives us an opportunity now. I just think that England haven't scored in the second half. They need to give themselves an opportunity. I think this is the first time they've probably got up near the 22 in comparison to the first half. Good chop tackle there, yeah. Fitzharding straight with the ball. Ethan Roots with the chop tackle. Good steal. You can see all the All Blacks off their feet. It's a good decision.
Tarek Hafar on at loose head for England A now as well. Made the journey from Northampton Saints to Leicester Tigers, sticking in the East Midlands. Overthrow to Harding, oh, right onto the shoulder, but wrote that so well.
He's struggling, Jacobson.
First infringement.
He's not getting up.
Yes,
Well, he's looking round, but that must have been a stinger, because that was a huge collision.
Yeah.
And given that Luke Jacobson really put one on Fitzharding earlier on, I think he's gone to do the same again, and the head in a slightly wrong position, and you can be in real trouble.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you can't hit it square on because of the way the force is. You want to hit it at a 45, but if you're at a 45 and your head's on the wrong side, you're just compressing stuff in your neck and your back. There's the coaching staff for New Zealand.
Do you think they'll be happy?
Yeah, I think they will be. I think they'll be really happy. I think they've had tactics from the first half which they've changed to the second half of how they've kicked, how they've tried to trap the back three who were the strength of England A in the first half, how they've gone more aerial at them to try and get them under the ball. And I think it works. It's worked really well. And it's given them opportunities to get off the line and put them under some serious pressure.
Black, you are 20 black. He's the 20 black. He will be HIA. HIA, 20 black. Yeah,
10 minutes of this game to go. All Blacks 15 have taken control of this second half. And that'll be an end of the day for Luke Jacobson. Again, they didn't even take any gamble on that at all. Just get him down the tunnel, get him assessed, and when he's ready to return, whether that is in a week or a month or whenever, he'll be right back out there. But that is his race run. And England A with an opportunity in the 22. Tui Pelotu overthrows it. And it's another chance for England. Going begging, and another brilliant exit from the All Blacks 15.
Yeah, and I think we're go flip on the flip side to Mark Mapletoft and go, what does he be happy with? He'll be happy the whole game. Just going into the 22, the amount of opportunities they've got into the 22, and they haven't come away with any points. That'll be the work on. That'll be others. They could still be in this game. It'll be the sort of the red zone quality, getting away with points. But when New Zealand have been down here, they've looked dangerous, and when they got turnover, they're looking even dangerous.
Tang it out, little chip over the top. Oh, where's the bounce going? It's going to Noah Kalori.
Hit Enna here. Oof.
Well, Braden Enna with another contribution. It feels as though every time we've seen him, we've said his name, it has been a positive contribution from Braden Enna today.
Yeah, he's just been the glue. The glue. It's been not the perfect game by either team, but he's always been around everything good in defence and attack for the All Black 15, and that's why today he's had a very strong performance.
Well, All Blacks 15. Is there another score in this game? Still, what, 7.5 minutes to go. It'll be an All Blacks 15 penalty, and away they go. Fakatava injecting some pace. Pearson, the first one there.
On the chest, play on.
Josh Beer, who's come on, he's found Tangitao. Oh, thought he might put the captain Papali'i in.
Good steal there by Tarakafar. Speed over the ball, but like you said earlier about the pace that Fakatava, the pace he's been in. But today there's been lots of players that have performed well. I think Holly Hassel-Collins, we spoke about him earlier, but today's player of the match, Brayden Ennor, he's just been around everything good for All Blacks 15. Brayden Ennor, just the glue, the solid work that he's done. He'll probably come off the pitch. There he is, the All Black international, the Ngāi Timber player of the match, just by doing the simple things well. And he's had small moments in the game, and he's just been superb. And I think he has been outstanding today for the All Black team.
The glue is the key, isn't it? And the longer you stick around rugby, the longer you hear players and coaches, and then fans eventually realise that, particularly in defence, the 13's job is probably the most important. And if they get that right, you perform like the All Blacks 15 have today. And if you get it wrong, you can find yourself in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah, and we spoke about it off-air before the game about the wingers, how the England wingers, how they're going to play like opposite Sivo Reece and stuff like that. And I said, the 13's the one that creates the carnage. Can Ennor get out to Kalori? Can he stop the 13? Can he create the 2v1? Can he create some sort of indecision in Kalori's head, or Hassel-Collins with his lines, his deception? And in defence, you've seen how high he's got off the ball to block those passing chances. So he has stopped the ball from going out to the wings by his efforts, and that's why he is the player of the match.
Brayden Ennor, the Ngāi Timber player of the match. We'll be speaking to him after the full-time whistle, as well as trying to grab a chat with the winning and losing captains as well. So while both of these teams march on to the remainder of their tour, it'll be great to hear from them what they've liked, what they've not liked, what they're going to work on, as All Blacks 15 look to go 3 from 3, which was their target, and took it increasingly, like England A, are going to look to bounce back against Spain in Spain, which perhaps isn't as easy a game as you might expect. Here's Jack Taylor on the wraparound. Good angle from Christian Leo Willie. And there's still a real tempo about the All Blacks 15, even with 75 minutes on the clock. Fakatava. Devon Flanders.
I think Fakatava's the one that's brought this energy, this tempo. His understanding around the breakdowns, when to give the pass, when to not give the pass, the way he's demanding the forwards, the need. He's taking one quick tap just to bring that tempo back in. He's definitely the driver behind that.
Well, confirmation of something that we probably already suspected. Jacobson has failed his HIA, so he'll play no further part today. TK Howden has been really busy in this particular soiree into the 22. Tangitao has got the ball away, another wonderful offload, and again, and Fakatava finishes it off. I mean, there are even smiles on the faces of England fans after that. Glorious handling. And another fabulous try to remember for the All Blacks 15.
Yeah, footwork, move the ball, keep the ball in play. We're talking about in the first half, England trying to move the ball and didn't go to hand, and suddenly it clicks there for New Zealand. But the interplay, the ball over the top here, a bit speculative. You didn't know it was going to come. Engelfield's done well to double D there, gets the outside. This offload, 10, he could score it, no, offloads the inside. But it's not just the offloading, it's the support lines. It's how everybody knows they're going to the breakdown or going to support, they're holding their feet, they're not lowering their height, they're expecting the ball to be in play, and they just move it to their mate. I hope they're all friends.
Yeah.
No issues.
Well, I'm sure they'll be friends when they're celebrating this evening, because this has been an excellent victory as this All Blacks 15 team continues to grow. 5 tries, 3 conversions. Fakatava on the end of that one. It's the second time in this half that they've done really well to get the ball to the edge, but have inside options. And that's so important, isn't it? If you're a back or a forward, if you can get a second touch on an attacking play, you can make a huge difference.
Yeah, it's just being sort of, good take from Kalori off the restart. We'll go back to that in a minute, Dave.
Yes. Hafar loves the carry. Couple of minutes to go. England A looking for their first score of the second half. Kepu Tuipulotu. Sorry, Ma'azi White can't get away from the tackler. Englefield Oh, could be some space here for Hodge, who glides round again. Glorious pass, and this time it sticks. High tackle advantage, and touchdown by Joe Batley. On his debut for England A. It's been a long time coming for the Bristol bit, and he's got a try to remember the day by.
Yeah, I was talking about that. England would want to get a try in this second half to try and come away with something. I don't think we got TMO. Eno went down in the middle. He sort of simulated he got tricked. So the 13 out there, you see him as he goes through. Somebody hit. No, there's nothing in that.
Sniper.
Nah, nothing. Trying to milk it, knew his numbers down. But great intent there. See Batley just staying on the short side. There's space in front of him. Ojo takes his line. Hosh does on the outside. As he's done all day, slides through space. Great carry to the infield. All there, working, knowing he can trap people on the short side. Simple pass, Batley, boom. Deserve that. Good servant to the English Premiership. Deserves to be out on there in the shirt and definitely deserves a try.
Smart nudge from Josh Hodge as well. He's got a try and 2 conversions today. Joe Batley, immensely popular man over there in Bear Country, not too far from Bath. We talk about Hodge and his ability to glide. We saw it again. There was a fabulous pass, and young Angus Hall's eyes lit up there for a moment too.
And he got banged, but what did he do? He looked after the ball, he presented well, and gave him an opportunity to move it into new space. He has had a great game, Josh Hodge.
He is a classy operator, but he's come up against an All Blacks 15 full of classy operators today. And it seems almost fitting that the game will probably end with a scrum off an England knock-on.
Yeah. The question is, do New Zealand want to put another try in, or will they milk the last 20 seconds and finish the game off?
What would you do?
I would know there's a game next week, I'd kick it off.
No, let's go.
I think today we can give plaudits to both teams, really put it out there. The supporters, the crowd, Bath Rugby, the Rec for producing a great game. The pitch looked magnificent. We've got some great weather. The sun is still shining. You said 3 o'clock the rain's coming down.
Never trust a weatherman.
Yeah, but I think, it looks like they're going to run it. They want one more.
Good for them. Give the crowd something to cheer. They've been a brilliant audience here at the Rec, and they've been treated to some fabulous rugby, largely from these men in black, who are going to give it one more go. So that's gone backwards.
Backwards to me.
So into the hands of McLeod. He'd love to get on the scoreboard. Made his All Blacks debut versus Australia in 2023. Now looking to force his way back into the reckoning. That's Josh Beer. Oh, Fakatava going one way, then the other. England having none of it. Reese has a snipe. Reese gets away. Sevu Reese brought down by Kalori.
High tackle.
Big chance to finish in style here for the All Blacks 15, but Radwan stepping into defensive duty. All Blacks playing with an advantage. Leo Willie thought about it. Fakatava finds Lauaki, replacement tight head.
All the 15 players for try.
Christian Leo Willie finishes with a try. Gets a warm round of applause from the home fans for a great job well done. The number 8 has put in a big shift, and he caps it off with a meat pie at the Rec.
I'm just trying to get pictures,
Jeremy Rosier might spoil the party here. There's going to be a TMO check for a potential knock-on in the build-up.
Well, they've still got penalty advantage no matter what.
Yes,
anyway.
we are, yeah.
Sorry?
They need to work out how many phases back. This is where it gets complicated, isn't it? Before we see the pictures, it does give us the opportunity to just bask in this occasion, really. The scoreline is probably a fair reflection of what has been a competitive game, but as an occasion, as a test match, and as a tool to develop the next generation, I'd say this game has served its purpose and more.
Yeah, definitely, and more. We speak about how the Rec has hosted the under-20 games, home Six Nations games. They also held...
Time off.
Time off.
TMO.
They also held a university game here the other week between Bath Uni and Exeter. 9,000 here, and now hosting this event, sellout crowd. Just phenomenal, just to have what we're saying. I think it is a knock-on, yes, I thought they got away with it.
So if that's the knock-on, it was before the penalty advantage, so that'll bring an end to the game.
Yes, which they should have just kicked out, like I said.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So Jeremy Rosier takes his place. So we're going to decide if this is a knock-on or not. So there.
So you've got a knock-on there, Jeremy, and then you've got a knock-on 10 going forward there as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, take your pick.
On the 10, at the end, the 10 hit the ball and it goes forward. The 10 black.
Yes.
Okay. So then I need to disallow the try, and game is over. Agree on that?
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
Okay. I have a decision. No try because there is a knock-on by 10 in the build-up.
Well, it is a first defeat for England A since they reintroduced the programme, but All Blacks 15 are worthy winners here today. Brayden Enner led a wonderful performance, captained by Dalton Papali'i, and they head to the continent looking for 3 wins from 3 on tour. England A will continue to build, and they'll be confident of a victory against Spain next week, but they were soundly beaten today. It finishes at the Rec. England A 14, All Blacks 15, 31. And the post-match debrief begins. Do stick with us. We'll be hearing from the Nye Timber player of the match, Brayden Enner, as well as the 2 captains, Dalton Papali'i and Ethan Roots. But before we hear from them, let's hear from Matt Banahan. Your thoughts as we can see them here. Let's start with England and their performance.
Yeah, I think they would take a lot more positives from the first half. They created a lot of opportunities. They probably didn't capitalise on them, as we said in the first half. That's probably due to the lack of time that they've had together. The All Black 15 are 1 game ahead of them in that sense. And then second half, I think the All Black 15 just stepped up. They moved forward. They switched a few tactical things. I thought they kicked a little bit differently to try and trap the strength that was England in the first half under the ball, and they just showed their quality and their class for open field attacking, and when they had an opportunity, they were clinical.
But you say stepped up. The All Blacks 15 stepped up. What were the things they really excelled in that allowed them to take the game away from England?
Well, they took the battle of the air away from England, whereas when they said earlier in the first half that they were kicking somewhere else, and then England would control kicking it with that winger chasing it, they switched that up by then changing their way they kicked, by getting that winger under the ball, so then he couldn't chase that next kick for England. So that small little tactical thing made a massive outcome for them.
We can see some of the battered and bruised bodies after what was a tough test match. Played on a great surface, in great conditions, but you've still got to get the nuts and bolts right, haven't you? You've still got to be physical, you've still got to win collisions.
Yeah, and I think the first half, England were winning collisions, getting the nuts and bolts. A few offloads didn't go to hand. Maybe that would have sort of decreased their confidence as the game went on, because they stopped throwing offloads when we comparison from the last 20 minutes to the first 20 minutes. But Tofty all wanted them to go out there and express themselves and be brave. And they did that. And I don't think they can be ashamed of the game. It's a full international capped players there playing against them. And there's people here that are still on the start of their journey and growing. And I think there's so many opportunities out there for England that they have the world at their feet. Some of these they'll play England A, some will kick on and play for the national team in the next couple of years. And now they know, playing against many of that All Black 15 team who have caps, is what it takes to step up. And that's the difference.
Well, both teams, full teams, if you like, have got internationals in the Quarter Nations series to look forward to today and this weekend. I suppose if you're watching in New Zealand, then goodness me, you're not going to get a lot of sleep at all following these great teams, the All Blacks 15 and the All Blacks. Lovely moment of respect between the 2 teams as they make their way from the tunnel. Very shortly, we'll be hearing from the Nye Timber player of the match. In fact, I think he is with us right now. Braden Enna, congratulations. That felt like an excellent test match to play in. What did it feel like for you out there today?
Yeah, that's exactly how we framed it all week. Test match between England and New Zealand couldn't get any better.
In terms of your performance then, there was a lot of talk at yourself and David coming in, and All Blacks midfield. There was expectation, but also, did you feel a little bit of pressure to go out there and put on a good show today?
I mean, I was probably lucky to stay on the field after I got that high ball wrong. Apologies for that, but no, I guess I've just really been enjoying my rugby. This is an awesome group. Obviously only been together a couple of weeks, but we're really enjoying each other's company and on the field as well. Tell us about this camp then, because you had a great win against the Barbarians, had a huge show of character. You've had to come into the Lions Den today, a capacity crowd here at the brilliant stadium at the Rec, who very much wanted an England victory, but it feels as though in a short time you've really put a bond together, and that has displayed in the performance on the pitch. Yeah, I guess that's the benefits of touring. I guess sort of back in New Zealand, Super Rugby don't tour as much anymore with Africa being gone, so being able to be in the hotel with each other 24/7, everyone's looking forward to playing well personally, and that adds to the team's performance. And of course, you talk about a tour, you are heading to continental Europe next week. How much are you looking forward to that? Yeah, I haven't played in France personally. I know a few of the boys haven't, a lot of young guys in the team, so we'll be looking forward to that, definitely. Well, Braden, you are the Nye Timber player of the match. Congratulations and good luck next week. Cheers, guys. Very typically New Zealand understated, and great news, they've left the microphone live in the arena too. There it goes, it's quiet again. Just me and you at home whispering. We have still got the two captains to come as well. First of all, we'll be hearing from England A's captain Ethan Roots, as we can see Mark Mapletoft down there in the huddle. Ethan, congratulations on captaining the team, commiserations on the result today, but it feels as though there were a lot of positives in that performance. So what are your immediate thoughts after the full-time whistle?
I'm massively proud of the boys, the way we've been able to come together in such a short time. You know, we only came into camp on the Monday, so the boys come together really nicely, really quickly. Unfortunately, couldn't get the results today, and I don't think the scorelines are a good reflection of what we produced out there, but really proud of the boys, and it's a young group that I think can use this team as a launching pad for higher honours.
It's never as simple as one or two things that went right or wrong, but what are the things that you're particularly proud of today, and what are the things that you'd really like to work on ahead of next week?
I just think the fight and the grit that the boys showed, and then probably just a few work-ons. I think we lost too much set-piece ball, and just lost a little bit too much ball thrown, 50-50s. So I think we tidied that up, and we're looking like a really, really sharp outfit.
In terms of you personally, it feels like that the start of this season, you're really enjoying your rugby. So how does it feel to be back in the white jersey?
Yeah, it's a huge honour. I've said it all week to the boys, not just the captain, but just to be in the camp itself. And it's been 12 to 14 months out of the camp, out of England setup. So for me, it's just been an amazing opportunity to be back inside of an England camp and enjoy myself and just enjoy being around the boys again. And what about next week then? How much are you looking forward to giving it another go? Yeah, I'm looking forward to another week with the boys. It's a good chance for us to get around, sharpen up those things I talked about, and come out, like I said, a bit of a sharper outfit, and also use, like I said as well, use this as a launching platform for boys to get higher honours.
Thanks for your time today, and good luck next week.
Cheers, guys. Have a good one.
Great to hear from the skipper there, as always, level-headed.
No, I think he spoke really well, and he raised the points that we've spoke throughout the game about the 50-50 offloads and the ability to keep the ball alive. But like I said, they're a group that have just been put together. He said two sessions, we said that, and when we're speaking about the All Blacks 15, they've had time together. As Enna said, they've spent time in the hotel together 24/7, and they're enjoying each other's company.
Well, let's hear then from the All Blacks 15 captain, the winning captain, Dalton Papali'i. We speak again after an All Blacks 15 win. Huge congratulations. How does this week compare to last week?
No, I think thanks for that as well. But I think this week we sort of just knuckled down on what we needed to work on. We sort of got a bit of a platform from last week, and we had a lot of work-ons, and I think we nailed it this week. But I just want to give a credit to England A. You know, we've seen their last 2 games over the years, and they're dominant force. So we knew it was going to be test match footy, and they showed up today. And I don't think the scoreboard really reflects how physical and fast that game was. So, yeah.
What the scoreboard does reflect is a couple of brilliant All Blacks 15 tries. Did it feel good out there today?
Yeah, it does. You know, I feel like I'm an old soul in this team, you know, and just seeing the young boys just do their thing, you know. They're good enough to be in this environment, and even the team above, and they get to showcase it in these special games, especially against England A, and just the skill they have and the raw talent, man. It's just awesome to see, and it's always good when they score and I just run back to halfway and take a few breaths. So yeah.
Hey Don, it's Matt Bannan here, the co-coms. I just realised that the first half you boys played a different style. I felt like there's a bit of a tactical change at half-time, especially with the aerial game and how you kicked. I thought you got massive rewards out there. Was that something I just saw? Was there an actual tactical issue at half-time that you changed?
It might have been a tactical issue, but I leave that up to the backs. I've just got to put my head into the maul and into the scrum and push. So I'm not too sure, yeah.
Well, hopefully you get the chance to put your head where it doesn't belong next week again. How much are you looking forward to travelling to a new country, a new experience against a South American team, and looking to go 3 from 3 in the biggest ever All Blacks 15 tour?
Yeah, you know, we're looking forward to it. You know, when we first came in, we said this was going to be a special team and a special tour. Tell the boys every week what a unique team to be a part of, and I think they're all buying in, and it's going to be good. You know, we've had 2 hard weeks, and we're going to have another big week next week against Uruguay in Montpellier. So looking forward to it.
Hey, we wish you all the very, very best. Congratulations, and thank you for your time. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Cheers.
Still sun shining. These are important moments, aren't they, for these young lads? We've got Tarek Afar there, we've got Iogan, we've got Harding, we've got Fasogbon, boys who are making their way in the pro game, now taking the time to catch up with friends, fans, family. Key moments.
Yeah, key moments. You don't do this journey, this ride by yourself. It's with everybody that supports you along the way. And one nice thing about Bath is you get a train down here from anywhere, and the pitch is in the middle of the city. You're walking 10 minutes down the road, and everybody's together, and that's the amazing part about it.
Well, Matt Banhan, it's been a pleasure to share this one with you, and it's been a pleasure to share it with you wherever you've been watching around the world. England A taste defeat for the first time since they've relaunched. All Blacks 15, march on. It has finished here at the Rec. England A 14, All Blacks 15. 31.